Right, Formula V race fans, here we are back to race 3 of round 3 of the world's greatest Formula V championship, the CXC Global New South Wales Formula V Motor Race Championship.
Okay, we're at the Eastern Creek Long Circuit. Daniel Reynolds on pole from result from yesterday's race, and they're away. Craig Conlon's got away very, very poorly. 4 wide around the outside of him.
Oh, look at Darren Williams got a great start, and Daniel Reynolds moved over and forced Simon Pace over.
You got some good jostlings through the pack here. Stevie Butcher coming from the back of the pack there after a DNF yesterday as well.
All right, the leader's coming into turn 2, and the leader is Simon Pace.
Okay,
or is it
wide.
Daniel Reynolds? Or is it Simon Pace?
Benny Oldfield up the inside. Oh, see this. Lockie Higgins spun around.
Oh, and that's forced Gary Hook out wide, and another car I didn't quite catch. So okay. Gary Hook's lost a few places.
And there's Peter McDonald there in the back there, bringing up the 1200s.
Okay.
Stevie Butcher's almost to the lead of the 1200s. He's on board with Benny Oldfield.
Back through turn 2. Ben's passed a few cars. He's gone down the inside of a couple of cars to take 3rd place.
Okay, he's got good bottom end here. He actually could get the inside of Reynolds there.
That's right, he's following Simon Pace on the inside of turn 3.
Yep, okay, so here's all the field coming through. There's Pablo at the back in the CXC car.
I saw a cloud of smoke. I think I know who that was.
Okay, so he's on board with Benny, yeah, so Daniel's not expecting him there. Actually, Benny's going to have a look at the inside of Simon here. If he's late on the brakes, he could. Oh, Simon gave him some space.
It's side by side through turn 4.
Okay, that's fantastic work. So Benny's leading the lap. So Benny Oldfield in the least CXC Stinger, he's leading the lap coming into the new section of track.
Right, and Daniel Reynolds, he's not just in 2nd place, he's in 3rd place.
Okay, so let's stay on board now with this new section of track. You come in, grab back to 3rd, grab a little bit of apex, turn in the new turn 7, a little bit of curve there, a little bit wiggly. You can't see the track over here as you come into this right-hander. And same again, the left-hander here, some people are grabbing 4th, some people aren't. Off camber here in 4th or 3rd gear. You can see the apex on the right here, which tells you that it's a wide entry for this really, really tight left-hander. Some cars even go back to 2nd, but most in 3rd. Then this right-hander here, it's got good camber. Stick it in 3rd, just drive it straight out, try and keep your momentum, and then join the old circuit coming in from the left up here.
Right, there's the old circuit, the white line that we cross over. We go back to the pack. There's Lee Porter in the yellow Jace, being taken down the inside by Steve Butcher.
Okay, so Steve Butcher's in a 1200 overtaking a 1600. This new section of track would probably suit the 1200 with a short gearbox for the ratio that they run.
Right, now they go back up the hill. There's Steve Butcher in his Stinger. He's undertaking the 1200 championship this year.
Okay, so that's just behind Lee. You've also got Michael Gale there. So the 1200s is Lee might have had a mistake to be running back with some of those guys.
Well, that's possible, but also the 1200 car is very suited to this tight section of track.
Yeah, Lee would call. Oh, brake lock up there from Dean Kavanagh. Darren Williams behind him. So Darren's had a bit of a top back.
Lots of brake lockups, and
Thomas up the inside there of Gary Hook there. So Thomas has made a big chunk of positions up after starting from the back of the field.
He did in that smoking razor. Unfortunately, Ben Oldfield still got the lead in the Stinger.
Yeah, I bet you Dylan Thomas is waving up at Benny Oldfield on the front going, take care of my car.
There's a shot of Gary Hook. Dylan Thomas in the razor right on Gary Hook's tail, so Dylan's made up a few spots.
Okay, so Gary's having a great weekend as well, because he's not at a DNF yet.
It looks like he's driving with a degree of determination that he may not have had up until this year on a few occasions. He's probably had the boot put up his backside and a bit of encouragement for a change.
There's a typical Formula V slipstreaming going from 1st to 3rd in a swift motion.
Look at these 2 cars now. The 2 cars here are probably doing 10 to 15 kilometres an hour faster than Ben in the Stinger.
So there's Darren Williams up the inside of Dean Kavanagh as well.
Look at this nose to tail.
Oh, that razor's smoking again.
Oh, well, beautifully engineered oil leak, no doubt. Okay.
I know those guys have worked tirelessly trying to repair it. They've changed motors, oil lines, just about everything on the car, so I'm sure they're scratching their heads.
Oh, well, better luck next time, but look at
Craig
this.
Conlon's pretty far back there. That's right. A drama as well. Actually, he got a bad start. Right.
Dylan in the smoking Stinger looks like he's actually passed a couple of cars between turn 1 and turn 2.
Yeah, okay, so here's the back end of the 1200s. You've got Bruce Perry with... I think Bruce Perry got past...
That was Lee Porter up that we saw in the yellow car.
Oh, he's Bruce Perry here.
Yeah, so Lee's obviously got some problems, and Bruce Perry, who was bringing up the field, has obviously got some problems as well.
Okay, so here's Gary Ogden here just behind Darren Williams, I think.
There's Dylan Thomas with the smoking razor leading that small pack with Gary Hook at the end of that pack.
So Gary Hook's had a pretty poor start then actually, because he started this race 6th.
Well, I think he might have got caught out by Lachlan Higgins' spin in turn 2 on the first lap.
Okay, so here's Michael Gale with Bernie Cannon and Peter McDonald there in 1200. He's on board with Betty, so he's back to 3rd. This is into turn 4. Two different lines there from the guys in front there. Daniel really wide, Simon Pace really shallow. Different approach into 5 because of that.
That's right. Obviously, Simon must have a lot of good grip in that Mako, that re-engineered Mako. Is obviously not only going very fast, but handling those corners very well as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was interesting. Neither lost or gained any time by taking the two different lines.
Okay, so we'll see the second pack. No, there's the leader, Daniel Reynolds in the Sabre. Simon Pace in the Mako and Ben Oldfield in that Lee Stinger, knocking on the door of first and second.
Oh, it just shows you that the CXC Stingers, doesn't matter whose hands it in, can do a good job.
Close up of Morgan Fremantle and Dylan Thomas in the Razor, the Smoking Razor.
Smoking Razor.
That might be a good name for the model, I think. We'll call it the Razor Smoking Razor, and hopefully the one after that will be the Fast Razor.
Actually, you got the Smoking Razor followed by the previously smoking Corinne Perry, I was going to say Corinne Perry car. So both those cars, DNF or Black Flag last race, and they're both a long way through the field.
Yeah, but Corinne's looks like it's been repaired by her crack pit crew.
Yeah, well, we did comment on the previous race about how great their pit crew was. Clearly, we might need to have a word to the Razor pit crew.
All right, okay. So first and second, there's Simon Pace, the red Mako.
Still close behind there.
First, second, and third going through turn 8, coming to turn 9.
Top 3 are pulled away from the rest of the field.
Well, they're driving quick. 3 quick cars, 3 quick drivers.
So it's Darren Williams and Gary Ogden and Dean Kavanagh.
That's 4th, 5th and 6th.
Morgan Fremantle, Dylan Thomas, Corinne Perry, Gary Hook up the inside of Steve Gamara with I think Craig Conlon in that group too.
Well, Dylan Thomas obviously from way back a starting position is doing extremely well to get that Razor up there despite the problems that he was having.
I can foresee another meatball coming up.
Yeah.
Look at that smoke coming out.
Again, superbly engineered oil leak. Okay, back to first place, turn 2 here.
Oh, late under the brakes for Simon. He might have just run a little bit wide, but he can still get the apex at the exit. Benny Oldfield's probably lost a couple of car lengths here, so he might fall into the hands of Darren Williams and Gary Ogden and Dean Kavanagh there as well.
I bet Ben's putting himself under a lot of pressure. Obviously not used to being that far up in a fairly untested car in his part.
Well, yeah, he hasn't done very many miles in it at all. So here's Pablo. He's running particularly wide through that corner. So although he's got the exit okay, he's probably a little bit of smoke coming out of that.
Actually, was that Butcher?
Oh, it was Butcher.
That was Butcher, yeah. Actually, we haven't really seen Pablo in this race, have we?
Actually, looking at the time sheet, Pablo isn't running. Pablo didn't get out, so he's obviously had a problem with the car and wasn't able to get back out again.
Oh, so this is a race without Pablo, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. So look at that. That Razor is smoking more and more. I'd be surprised if you don't see a meatball flag either this lap or the next.
But he's ahead of Craig Conlon, very fast driver who was finished up near the front in the last race.
Well,
and a few other
probably
fast
because he's leaving a trail of oil behind him, so everyone can't make him move or even see.
All right.
Okay, so Betty Oldfield is dropping away from those front two, but he's not quite getting caught yet by Darren Williams or Gary Ogden. Here's the Razor, nice close-up shot. Okay, that's Morgan Fremantle there. So Thomas and Corinne are catching that group.
The white Super V made by Andy Goodall in Melbourne. The blue and white Jacer by Craig Conlon. The sky blue Jacer that we've just seen there, Gary Hook, going through the last corner in the new section.
Okay, and Steve Gamara there also doing a fantastic job of battling on with that group. But here's the lead 1200. Stevie Butcher looks like he's going a bit better this race than he was in the last one.
Right, obviously sorted out. I think he had an ignition problem in the earlier race that he's sorted.
Okay, that's a good job. Okay, so Simon Pace is still running with Reynolds here, so Reynolds has got some competition this weekend, and actually Benny Oldfield's not that far away. So.
And Darren Williams not that far away, Gary Ogden in the orange Corsica, and Dean Kavanagh obviously picked himself up.
Corinne up the inside of Thomas. Oh, sideways.
And she's got it too. And Gary Hook and Craig Conlon with oil all over their helmet visors, no doubt.
That's probably... Corinne probably didn't see Thomas, she just turned into the corner.
Blind. Sounds like fun. There's Morgan Fremantle with Corinne, Gary Hook.
Okay, Thomas is pulling off. There you go.
There he is.
I'm sure he's seen the black flag and he's just getting out of everyone's way and just pulling in a pit lane. So it's been a pretty tough debut for that Razor this weekend. It's had potential. The car's chassis has certainly been stiff enough.